What is going on, YouTube? Thammagotcha here, and we have a very fun, very strong team for you. Charizard on the lead, Drapion as the safe swap, Shadow Swampert in the back, going in with an amazing lead here. They're going to swap out into a Drapion. I'm going to go for the Dragon Claw bait here, hoping to get the shield. Do what my opponent wants to do. They actually end up shielding that. And I know Drapion does have access to Aqua Tail, and I really miscounted how many poison stings they got through, and I was hoping I'd be able to outpace to the third Dragon Claw here. But I do end up shielding this Aqua Tail, and unfortunately we fall one wing attack short. So maybe I misplayed that a bit, allowing them to get one poison sting too many away from me. Because now I have to come in here with Drapion, and I think I know what's in the back. It's gonna be a Bastiodon because Prevalent, Drapion, and Bastiodon is a pretty prevalent team. So out comes the Bastion, in comes the Trevenant, and I got a top left. So yeah, it was winnable. Maybe if I would have safe swapped something, but it is what it is. So we're gonna be hopping into the next match. A Bastiodon lead. Oh my gosh, I couldn't get any worse. I'm gonna swap into my Drapion, and the opponent is not swapping out. So usually I think this is a Bastiodon Medicham and Victory Bell lineup, but it could be a double grass hole. This is where a double Shadow Razor Lever comes into the mix. I'm gonna give a crunch off. He no shield that. Look at how much damage that crunch does. Another crunch coming in, and from here I'm just gonna be able to farm down, win switch advantage, and that is gonna win us the game. Shadow Swampert on that Bastiodon and a Victory Bell in the back for the Charizard. GG's. Hopping into the next match, Charizard into a Alolan Ninetales. Finally a good lead. Here we go. They swap into an Azumarill, and a shiny one at that. But you know what? Drapion no care about no shiny Azumarill, because we have Sludge Bomb for this Azumarill. That just does so much damage. It rocks that XL tanky, and we get rocked back with the Hydro Pump. What the? Should have maybe called that, but either way, we make it to a crunch here. My opponent decides to no shield that, and I'm like, oh no, Swampert in the back. Okay, here's the plan. Gonna come in with my own Swampert. I'm going to have to take a Hydro Cannon to the face. I have to. It just has to happen like that. So we do survive one. We're gonna be able to get off our own Hydro Cannon here just before they get to their own. I do end up shielding this, but they catch on their Ninetales. And I am completely fine with this, because now Blast Burn with the Mud Shot damage is going to KO that Charizard. It will. And we are going to farm this Alolan Ninetales all the way down to the ground. Have the double Blast Burn locked and loaded. Are they going to shield? Oh my gosh. Respect that damage, everybody, because Shadow Blast Burn hits like a truck. Got the Dragon Claw to back it up. Even if they did shield that, we could do wing attacks and then mud shot them down with our own swap. So GG's. Another Alolan Ninetales lead. Is this the same? No, this is a completely different trainer. They decide to come in with a Medicham. Okay, this is completely fine with me. Wing attacks are absolutely busting this Medicham up. I could have baited there, but you know what? I was like, meh, I should have baited there. Because they had such a hard loss lead, the chances of them shielding this Charizard is like exponential. So a bait would have been a great call there, just for futuristic gameplay. Somebody swaps out to a hard counter, and they swap into a Pokemon that is weak to your Charizard or weak to your front Pokemon. Go for a bait and then go for a massive move, try to get 2 shields or do really good damage to that Pokemon. So in comes the Swampert. We are able to get the second shield. I am gonna no shield this. We do survive a Hydro Cannon, and we are gonna outpace to our own Hydro Cannon here. This is going to be saying left, right, and a good night to that Swampert. Out comes the Alolan Ninetales, in comes the Drapion. Sludge Bomb is going to be doing so much damage, almost one-shotting this Alolan Ninetales. Look at that, one poison sting. Weather Ball is not going to KO. If we were Shadow, it would be very close if we were Shadow. That's why I chose regular Drapion. Horrible lead. How are we going to pull this one off? A Unova Stunfisk. Who is running Unova Stunfisk? Props to this trainer for running that, because I have not seen this. Actually, I did see it a couple times. It's kind of a core breaker to a lot of teams now. So they decide to bring in a Medicham. Okay, this is completely fine because they shield up the first one, and now we're able to get to a second crunch. Oh, they actually don't shield. Sorry, my bad. I'm gonna shield up this Ice Punch. Go for a very aggressive farm out. I'm going to come in with Swampert, catch the discharge. Absolutely amazing. That was very crucial because now I don't have to expend a shield, and they're not swapping out. Gonna throw this Hydro Cannon right away. See what we can do here. Do they want to shield that? Yes, they do. And they decide to catch on a Sableye. I am farming up so much energy, counting right before they get to 6 Shadow Claws to the foul play. Left, right, good, nice Sableye. In comes the Galarian or Unova Stunfisk, and all I have to do is get to the back-to-back Dragon Claws with a shield up, and we are gonna take this game. Knowing your win condition there, I know it would have Swampert would have outpaced us to, Unova Stunfisk would have outpaced us to 2 of their Mud Bombs. 4-1 set there. And but Charizard had residual energy, so that's why I decided to come in with Charizard. And look at the spice pick from this trainer. Like, oh my gosh. In comes a Vigoroth, another great, amazing safe swap. Drapion is going to be your safe swap for this team. It is an amazing Pokemon for safe swap. I'm gonna get off another crunch here. I do kind of want to keep switch here, and this was enough for a Bulldoze, so I am gonna shield up. And now I know they're just going for the back-to-back body slams here, which is completely fine by me. Back in comes a Zapdos. I am going to throw this crunch here, swap into my Charizard, and unfortunately, they are actually going to be able to get this nice dash off, which I probably should have shielded, and they get the attack boost, which is so bad. Really not good for us. Gonna get the last shield with the Dragon Claw, and now we have to come in with Swampert and see what we can do here. I think we had a little bit of lag there, but I'm not 100% sure because we should have been able to get to this Hydro Cannon a lot faster. And unfortunately, we are forced to throw this Hydro Cannon onto that Zangoose, unable to make a mean catch on that Drill Peck. A mean catch. Can we make it to the Hydro Cannon? They had that back-to-back moves. So unfortunate. This Zapdos was loaded. Left, right, good, night, Swampert. And that's going to be a good game well played. So another great lead. Trevenant into Charizard. Out comes Galarian Stunfisk. And you know what? I am going to shield this move up. I do stay in here, which, you know, it could be a mistake, but then it couldn't. Because I do have a Swampert, and it's a Trevenant in the front. So, you know what? I decided to let them throw this Earthquake on me. Gets us really low. And we do have residual energy on that Charizard. And I do believe it's going to be Trevenant Double Steel. So I wanted to keep either my Swampert or my Charizard alive. And my Charizard with energy is going to be amazing. Out comes Drapion. Our switch clock timers are so misaligned because I decided to come in like a numbskull. Wait out your switch clock timers, everybody. I made this mistake. Out comes a Charizard. Gonna have to shield up this Zap Cannon. And I have to make it to a back-to-back Blast Burn. So I'm not going to throw it away. Gonna make sure I make it to the back-to-back so I can either win CMP or get the last shield on the second one. So they no shield that left, right, good night, and it's game over. Medicham, this is a good lead. Counters gonna add up. Out comes a Noctowl. I don't have a solid response to a Noctowl. Drapion does do well, but you need to do some chip damage. This is why I stayed in. And now I'm gonna come in with the Drapion. I'm going to overfarm a lot of energy here. They wanted to throw on CMP type, but I'm fine with overfarming, making sure I have a move locked and loaded for that Medicham when it does want to come back in, just so I get some nice chip damage. And the Crunch also has a chance to debuff, so that's just why I'm going to throw the Crunch here. I'm hoping maybe I can get to another Crunch. They end up shielding that, and we get to another Crunch. Poison Sting is very spammy, everybody. Absolutely amazing. No debuff there, which is unfortunate. Out comes a Lantern, and we can take one Surf. But the issue is here, one shield up for both of us. If they decide to no shield this, they win the game because they make it to another Surf. They no shield it. Left, right, good night. Make it to a Hydro Cannon. Say hello to the Hydro Cannon, Medicham. They're gonna shield this one up, and now that was a CMP tie too. Amazing. Charizard is just, you can overfarm as much as you want. Undercharge that. Charizard is one wing attack away from Blast Burn. This is more than enough damage to take out that Medicham. Left, right, good night, and that is absolutely amazing. These two Pokemon are amazing closers. Abomasnow. You'd think this would be an amazing lead for us, but Weather Balls hurt a lot. Out comes an Azumarill. Hi, Azumarill. Welcome to Drapion City. So, gonna be throwing this Sludge Bomb here. My opponent actually decides to shield that. You don't see a lot of shields coming from Azumarill, so gonna shield up back the Play Rough. They did build up enough for a Hydro Cannon, Hydro Pump, not Cannon, and I know this is just another Play Rough because they did not build up enough energy. That was a boatload of damage that I did not want to take. So now I'm gonna overfarm just slightly, counting to 4 because it's gonna be 6, 5, 5 to the Play Rough, and I'm hoping I can get to another poison or crunch. Actually able to get to the Sludge Bomb, but unfortunately I clicked the crunch because I thought I was at the range where a crunch was first. I make a mistake and I come in with these Swampert and I get the Weather Ball catch. Out comes a Medicham. And from here, they should have shielded up their Abomasnow because we could just go for the back-to-back Blast Burns, and that's going to be a good game, well played. So first one is probably going to be getting the shield. The second one will be saying, you know it, a left and a right and a major good night to this Medichams. And that's going to be a good game, well played to my opponent. Hopping into the next match here, another Unova Stunfisk. What the friggin' fragger is this? This is insane. This is just a Mudshot one. So I'm going to shield up here. I'm going to throw a Blast Burn because why not? Let's get this whole no shield that we catch the discharge like a boss. Look at that, catching the discharge. Out comes a Promo Pass and weird. This is I'm speechless because, you know, Promo Pass used to be really good back in the day. They just throw the Rock Slide, which is fine, which allows us to get to another crunch. And this is going to be doing a lot of damage, but they decided to shoot that. We can make it to one more. Drapion is just spammy, everybody. Drapion is spammy. Look at that. Resist the poison stings does not matter because the crunches, 3 crunches, and we are at half health and we took a Rock Slide. Come on. Get the Drapion. Get on it. Gonna take these Rock Slides like a champ. Gonna farm all the way down. What is my opponent gonna do? They bring in a Farfetch'd, Surfetch'd, catching the Hydro Cannon. Great catch by them. But you know what? We got another Hydro Cannon, and all we have to do is come in with Charizard, get to a Blast Burn, and you all know what is gonna happen here. Gonna shield up this move just in case it's a Brave Bird. They did not build up enough energy to even get to another move, so that's why I shielded. Blast Burn comes in, left, right, good night, and Charizard finishes the game for us again. And that is going to be the final game, another 4-1 set. So thank you all so very much for watching. If you haven't already, hit that like button, comment if you want to see anything in the future, and if you haven't, hit that subscribe button because we are getting very, very close to 1,000, and I really appreciate it. It lets me know that you guys are enjoying the channel, and it lets you guys know that, hey, these teams are amazing, and we can play together, and, you know, any low. So thank you all so much. I appreciate you, and I'll see you all in the next video.